Welcome back to the KOM Morning News on Fox 14. Couple of special guests in studio. We got permission to maybe let them get to class just a little bit later, but they are absolutely swamped because they're part of the Pittsburg High School Theatre Department. Mallory Wommeldorf, Ella Rooms, I want to thank you both for your time this morning, and thank you for talking about your talents and what you bring to the Four State Theater, because 250's theater department is second to none. Ella, I'd like to start with you because coming off of Mamma Mia, it's a quick turnaround just like that. Here in the third week of April, we've got the Spring Repertory Theater play. And Mallory was telling us a little bit ago a complete shift that we've seen this year from a civic social issue to you're going to try something different. If maybe you could help us out and explain. Yeah, of course. So this year we're planning on doing an improv show. We will pick a central theme and build a skeleton of scenes between some of our actors and participants. And then every night the show will be different. We will use our improv skills and dialogue around this topic, obviously. We've had an expert come in and help us with some improv. Wow. We played some games, learned some things about character building. I think it's going to be an interesting experience. We're not very experienced with improv, so hopefully that's something we can improve on. Well, number one, it gains you the experience, and number two, you have the natural talent. That it's going to be a wonderful performance. And once again, that's on April the 21st and through the 3rd. That's the cabaret. Oh, that's cabaret. 21st through the 23rd, I think is correct. Well, yes. I tell you what, Miss Mallory, seeing as how you brought that up, let's talk about what we've got coming up on April the 29th, because it is the Spring Cabaret fundraiser. And you were explaining earlier how this is for the drama club in and of itself. But talk about the importance and what this means to those of you that are a member of the drama club.
So it's something we do every year. It's initially a fundraiser for those who got a superior rating on their individual event that they did at KTF. And that way they can go to ITF, which is International Thespian Festival, and they can perform their piece that they got a superior rating on. And it's very expensive, so it makes it a lot more affordable for students to be able to go and have that experience. But cabaret is an opportunity to perform, whether you're a techie, whether you do theater on a regular basis, or whether you just want an opportunity to sing. And our theme is behind the music. So it's just putting together a piece, a monologue. It doesn't have to be musical theater, it can be a pop song, but something that resonates with you, something that means a lot to you. Typically, we are just putting on a mask. We are performing somebody else. We're putting on a coat and we're becoming another being anytime that we're on stage. And sometimes that can be tiring because you just want your audience to be able to see who you are. And so it's really, really exciting to be able to do that. But yeah. Ella, it's amazing the turnaround that you have, because the past performances that you, Little Women, into Macbeth, into Breakfast with Santa, just coming off of Mamma Mia. As a performer, do you enjoy the constant turnaround? And now you're essentially trying to put two performances together between the cabaret and the repertory theater. How difficult is that for you? It is very difficult. I would say to anyone that wants to go into theater, having a good spreadsheet with a good schedule is very important. Yeah. You know, and even trying to our faculty makes it really easy to balance other school events. I know everyone involved in theater does choir or band or something else at school, and our faculty really tries to help us to be able to do whatever we want. So while you think that balancing doing about 4 or 5 shows a year is difficult, it is, but balancing 4 or 5 shows while balancing school and everything else is even more challenging. But the quick turnaround is really great for us, because we never have downtime where we're like, oh, I don't really want to get back into theater. So we're constantly doing something and constantly planning for the future, which is what makes this program so different than others. And both of you just making the return trip back from state choir, am I correct in that? Yes. It goes to show you how multidimensional, multifaceted these wonderful students are. Mallory, I'm going to have you finish up and let us know how we can be a part of the cabaret and what we can do fundraising-wise. So you can come to PHS on April 29th and donate. We'll have pass the bucket, pass the hat, and we'll also have donations at the door. And it's greatly appreciated. We really use all of that we can. All the funding is super important. Ella, what are you more looking forward to, the improvisation work or the cabaret?
Yeah, I know I'm putting you on the spot.
Well, cabaret is really fun because I get to perform something that I normally wouldn't get to perform, but I'm really looking forward to the improv show because it's something I'd like to get better at personally.
And I bet I bet number one, you break a leg when it happens on the 21st to the 23rd, and I bet in the future that you become an absolute star at it.
Thank you.
Ella Rooms, Mallory Wommeldorf, I want to thank you so much for your time this morning. I know how busy you are, and thank you for bringing theater, culture, and the arts to the 4 states. Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more KOM Morning News on Fox 14 right after this.